So here we are 47 days away from Rocky Mountain Race Week's Mega Week event. And we are making progress with this here car. And this is my 65 Falcon two-door station wagon. It's a tube frame. The chassis was a 6.0 Pro Mod, and we took the body off and swapped this steel roof and quarters body on top of it. It runs a 33 tall, 17 wide tire. It'd be impossible to get it out from under the fenders, so I left the fenders removable. Here lately, there's another guy that decided to do that, but I did that like 4 years ago. Anyway, we're running this Ford 300 inline 6. Had to relocate the radiator. This engine's a little longer than the one that was in it. We offset it to the driver's side to get it out front by the grill, and we offset it so that we could have a room for the turbo. This blow-off valve was mounted to this housing for a previous project, but I made it work with this one. It's just going to sit in front of the radiator there. And then the cold side, charge pipe, no intercooler. We're going to run methanol. It'll just run straight back to the throttle body. This throttle body is a 75 millimeter AccuFab. 75 Max is the part number on it, I guess. So it's got the HD clamp, the Wiggins style, double O-ring banded clamshell clamp. We'll put that on this end too. Waiting on a piece of pipe from Ace Race Parts. Supposed to be in tomorrow. And then the hot side, we've got just a T4 flange there with a 90, 2.5 inch hot pipe. We were going to use the HD log, but I've decided to move away from that, and we're going to go with the Stainless Headers Manufacturing 3-inch log style header. The guys at DFW Syndicate 6 had one in stock. They were nice enough to split up their turbo kit. They had it set up to where the turbo mounted right off of it, which is nice for like a standard pickup style of engine bay. Where mine's custom, I didn't want to use that, so they actually sold me just the header and kept the elbow and the T4 flange for their use, so that was nice of them. It's supposed to be here on Tuesday, so we can move forward with the hot side. The intake is the Aussie Speed cast aluminum intake. It has provisions for fuel injectors right in the runners. I have to drill them in. I've got the bit. It came from Ross Race Machine, and then they also sell this blank rail. So I'll have to cut it to size and drill the injector top and the injector bottom so we can put the injectors right into the manifold there. Got the Innovators West custom 3 magnet balancer. Going to run this 3G alternator. This is off of like a 5.0 Mustang, the 302 5.0 style. So like a 95 302 Mustang. It mounts similar to like a 60s Ford with that big pivot, and then I'll need to make an adjuster down below. But with that 6 rib, I got to get a little shorter belt for this one. Riley said they'll have it in the morning. Then for the methanol, we'll need this mechanical pump. It'll run that cog belt. I've got that drive mandrel set up there. I got to work on the spacing a little bit. Get it a little closer to that front of that pulley. And then we still have to mount the pump itself. But it's basically going to live down there to that side. Fuel tank for the methanol sit on this side. That's a 2.5 gallon fuel cell for that. Custom solid flat tappet cam still. They're working on roller cams, but I don't have time for the development on that, so we're still going to run this flat tappet cam. It made good power in this engine in the previous setup, so I have no problem with running a flat tappet cam. And then got custom Smith Brothers push rods there. And DFW Syndicate 6 also came up with these one-piece pushrod guide plates. These are for 3/8. They also offer them in 5/16. So you can get those at DFW Syndicate. And then we got Crower valve springs, and we've got the Crower retainers on there. And then the Crower stainless Enduro Max rocker arms. These rocker arms have been great for us in our drag and drive cars. My son runs them in his Rambler. It's a 347 small block Ford, and he's had great luck with Crower rockers and lifters in his setup. We run them on my daughter's. It's a 331 stock block style small block Ford, but it also runs Crower Valvetrain stuff. And my wife's inline 6 has it as well. She's got a Crower camshaft and Crower springs, Crower rocker arms, and retainers, the full kit for her 306. But so this one here, yeah, we're making progress. Still ways to go. A little bit more mock-up, plumbing on the hot and cold side. Then we'll start the fuel system, get the fuel rail, the pump mounted, and we're still working on the transmission. I need the transmission that I want to run is in this black car, so we got to steal it out of there and swap the guts into a case for this one. That'll be next week's project, is getting the transmission swapped around. Then we can get a drive shaft made and start putting the inside together as well. 47 days away and we're making progress, but still a lot to do.